Boys, I'm recording this video because today Valve updated that we can only play on 64-tick servers. You might remember 6 months ago, I came out and I told everybody it's still 64-tick. Everybody hated me, everybody said I'm wrong, but today we find out that they removed CL interrupt, they removed a lot of other commands that didn't work, but they removed them because they didn't work already. In somebody's head it makes sense, in mine it doesn't. Why remove something that doesn't work? And why before you remove it, you use it to update it because the community found out it should be updated. Anyway, as well, as they said, there's no more ticks and no more stuff like that, and they released sub-tick. Now we found out that 64-tick servers exist and they are implemented in the game because Valve doesn't want to, it looks like they don't want to update their infrastructure because it requires money. And you would assume, well, they made a lot of money through the cases and keys and from everybody opening capsule and stickers. Why wouldn't they just give the community 128 tick servers and a better anti-cheat, which is required? Because if you check out my previous videos, I said people will now play the leaderboard, which is amazing, but now people have an incentive to cheat and to get players to cheat for them by carrying them so they can be on top of the leaderboard, and then they can show their friends, look bro, I'm ranked higher than Robs, and flex with that, or sell their account for more money to somebody who wants to be in the top 10 or have 35k elo or whatever. So you're gonna have now, the way you have boosting services to face it level 10, you're gonna have boosting services to top 30, top 50, 30k elo, selling accounts once they boosted them. And that's happening already. There's level 1 Faceit guy who is in top 10 of the leaderboard in Premier. I don't know, will they fix it, will they not fix it, what's gonna happen? I have a conversation with Doc and that inspired me now to record this video. I'm gonna go show you a few clips that happened tonight to me. I wanna show you something. Look what happened to me today. I'm not gonna play CS2 now anymore after this. I'm just gonna troll in CS2, but I have to show you. Look at this, bro. But you have to watch it with 0.25 and then pause. Like, I'm behind the wall, I don't see the guy, he doesn't see me, and I'm dead.
Is this the first time that this happening?
No, like, but this is today was even more extreme than the previous times.
This is happening every day to people. I'm getting tagged on tweets. They're tagging me. But they're showing me because they know I'm talking about it on stream. Okay, but it's for everyone happening already. People that say they're not happening to them, they're silver.
Like, at no point does this guy stop running.
There are people on Twitter laughing that, oh, they removed 128 tick from Faceit. Oh,
and they're happy about it. Yeah.
They're happy, like, what the fuck, giving us worse experience, and they're laughing about it. What the fuck,
yeah,
man?
they're happy that
I really don't understand that. Like, either fix sub-tick or bring back 128 tick.
They won't bring. Listen, bro, they don't want to put.
Listen, there is no way to fix. I don't understand sub-tick very well. I'm not like into that, but in my eyes, there is no way to fix it. No, like it's gonna be like
brother.
if people with lower ping are gonna have an advantage over higher ping.
Yes.
So how are you gonna fix it?
Because
like,
it
people
makes
are gonna
no
see
sense.
the same that you see, but how?
It makes no sense
that's
what
gonna
they're
happen. What's happening now? You're dying behind walls. I have no problem if Premier gets good and shit, but why the fuck they're blocking Faceit?
If you have Faceit and Faceit has 128 tick servers, people will still know that Valve didn't do anything with all the money they scammed from the people to like invest in the servers, you know? The most important thing I want to say is when CSGO was here, we had Faceit, right? I'm not defending Faceit or anything. I'm just trying to keep it real. Like, you know, I hated on FPL when it was bad. I always say everything as I feel it is. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. It turned out I was right about everything regarding CS2 because even people like Pimp and all these famous guys who were, oh my god, insane game, guys, look at the water, look at all this stuff, you know, now are taking a step back and writing how the Deagle is OP, which I already said the first time I tried the game.
The last couple of days I've been owned by one noob after another, running around giving me instant headshots with the Deagle, and I'm gonna start running and shooting while I'm in full speed. See how close that bullet is to my crosshair? We can do it one more time. First bullet. Identical. 100% accuracy while being in full motion.
They're writing the servers are bad, there's lag, they're dying behind boxes, FPS is bad. They're all coming back to the conclusion, which I told them 6 months ago, but all of them hated on me for it. But now they're all repeating it. On Twitter, everybody's repeating it, but 6 months ago they hated on it. So I'm just doing a video again to document as well about Face It. CSGO started existing, right? You had matchmaking 64 tick by Valve. They provided you trash servers or a trash anti-cheat, right? Face It came out. They gave you 128 tick servers. They gave you an anti-cheat. They gave you FPL, gave me FPL, gave everybody. You got a lot of good stuff, negative, good stuff, whatever, but mostly positive stuff. But because you had a place to play, 128 tick servers were an anti-cheat. Imagine Face It didn't exist, or ESCA, however you want to call them, and you have only matchmaking 64 tick CSGO with the anti-cheat from Valve. How would you enjoy CSGO? Would it be good? Do you think it would be a good experience to play there? Do you think now it's a good experience for anybody to play there? So they didn't do anything, Valve, but now you see a lot of people being happy that Face It is forced to use 64 tick servers. Instead of, yo, let Valve run the 64 tick servers for the casuals and for the cheaters, like as always, you know, and they can boost there, do whatever they want, and let Face It run 128 tick servers with a good anti-cheat, with community involved, with admins involved, with people actually caring about managing something, making content, whatever it is, you know? We can't get that now because Valve decided to hard code 64 tick servers and remove the possibility of having 128 tick servers. And I've been playing CS2 for like 8 to 10 games in the last 5 days on Face It. I've been loving it. With 128 tick servers, it's much better. The average gold Nova who has no hands and who is like, you know, level 3 face, whatever, will not notice the difference. You give him a 60 hertz monitor and a 360 hertz monitor, he will not know the difference. You know, like, he's just a gold Nova, no hands, and he's sitting on Twitter and writing opinions by reading articles. He doesn't play it, doesn't know how to play it. I've been playing it a lot, and today I played it with Depression, Doc, Fessor, KD, like, a lot of people I've seen complaining now that they're forced to play 64 tick on Face It, and it's awful. It's awful. It's now the same as Premiere on Valve, just a little bit better because Face It has better servers, better hardware on the servers, invested more money than Valve, even though Valve makes billions. But let's leave that aside. Like, they don't need to invest in the community. They're still going to be able to, you know, get a lot of cases and keys open from the famous streamers who are doing that all the time, but they don't promote, you know, the bad G word. They don't promote it, but they do open a lot of cases and, you know, these stuff because they call it a hobby. Anyway, now you have to play 64 tick servers on Face It and on Premiere. And the only difference now, Face It will have no cheaters, I mean less cheaters because of the anti-cheat, a better anti-cheat, and matchmaking will have a million more cheaters. And we're gonna be playing on worse servers, we're gonna have a worse consumer experience, or user experience, whatever. And instead of all together coming out as a community and requesting for them to invest in the game and give us 128 tick servers because Valorant has it, nah, we're like, believe in Valve. They're gonna do it. They're insane. They do insane. Like, they never made 1.6, 1.3. They never made Counter-Strike. They never made CSGO. There was another company that made CSGO. Now they're making this, and it's like a downgrade in every possible way compared to CSGO. And now we're gonna have probably in the comment, it's a beta, bro. Bro, it's a beta. Okay, bro, I'm talking about a game that's out, you know, as a beta, because that's what I can talk about. I'm not talking about imaginary things that maybe will happen. I'm imagining when the game releases, it's gonna be different, because in my head, I think it's gonna be, I'm commenting on what I see now, okay? This is what I see now, that it's a trash game, huge downgrade, and in the last 6 months, we got zero improvements, except maybe 10% in the movement, and some maps have been improved in 6 months. You guys are hoping that in, 15 days, when summer is over, they're gonna release a fully fixed insane game. Keep dreaming, okay? I don't know what to say. Like, if you think it's good that you die the way I showed you to die, you know, after be behind a box while somebody's running and gunning, like, you guys can post below, please, your clips and your situations, everything that happened to you, and tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if you guys are enjoying the way one game you can be insane, running and gunning and shooting SMG, spraying, P90, Galil, OP, AK, impossible to shoot, Deagle running headshots, and then the next game you can't hit anything because this guy has a better ping and he's hitting you everywhere, or a guy has a worse ping and you're shooting him and nothing's registering because of the sub-kick technology that Valve made.